Right then, so some massive Manchester United transfer news has come through today from TalkSport. They are reporting that Juventus have offered Manchester United a swap deal to sign Zirkzee and Manchester United to get a hold of Vlahovic. This is interesting in my opinion. I mean, Joshua Zirkzee's of course only been at Manchester United for about 6 months since the summer. So this is interesting. But to be fair, for Manchester United, if we were to get rid of Joshua Zirkzee, best option to do that with only signing Zirkzee a few months ago would be a swap deal. And Vlahovic is an interesting one in my opinion. Would I do it? I don't know. I mean, it would be a shame to see Zirkzee go with him not having much time at the club. But if we're being completely honest, though, Joshua Zirkzee isn't really a Ruben Amorim kind of player. From what we've seen so far, I mean, I'd hope that Zirkzee can turn it around. And let's be real, a lot of us Manchester United fans have turned against Joshua Zirkzee because he hasn't been playing well. Got booed off against Newcastle at Old Trafford the other day. Which is a shame which was a shame to see, to be honest. But and I don't think he should be getting booed. I don't, but it hasn't been going great for Joshua Zirkzee so far. It hasn't. He can't really get stuck in with the play, and I just feel like he's just completely out of touch with the team. To be honest, I just don't think he suits the style at all. From what we've seen, I mean, you never know if he is here longer, he could adapt, and he hasn't had long whatsoever to prove himself. He's been in and out of the squad a lot, so I feel like for Joshua Zirkzee, to be fair to him, it's been hard for him to really, keep consistency. And he hasn't had like loads of minutes under Ruben Amorim because Amorim's still trying to figure out what's best for Manchester United with a starting 11. But even when Zirkzee has been playing for us though under Ruben Amorim, and when he was playing under Ten Hag, he just hasn't really had any massive moments. I mean, he got that moment on the first day of the season against Fulham with that goal he scored for us. Other than that, what's Joshua Zirkzee done for Manchester United? And it's a shame. I did have some decent high hopes for Joshua Zirkzee coming in because, from what we've seen from him when he was playing from Bologna, he's, a decent creator overall when he's got the ball. He was shown to be decent on the ball. And we just haven't really seen that spark from Joshua Zirkzee ever since he's been playing at Manchester United. And it's frustrating for us Manchester United fans to see, to be fair, that we haven't really been able to get the best out of Joshua Zirkzee. And there's a lot of frustration around a lot of us United fans right now about Joshua Zirkzee, and that is why he was booed off the other day. Because let's be real, I think Joshua Zirkzee is better than what we've seen. I feel like, there is something in Joshua Zirkzee, but, we just haven't seen it. And will it be brought out if Joshua Zirkzee still playing for United for much longer? I hope so. I hope we can try and see the real Joshua Zirkzee, but I'm not sure if we will, and I'm not sure if it is going to work out for him at Manchester United. I just don't think that he's got the right style. And, I've seen loads of people saying, oh, Manchester United ruin players. I don't think we do at all. I just feel like our managers just get it wrong with, with bringing in players and they just don't suit the style, or it's just on the player. They come to Manchester United and they believe that they've made it. But with Joshua Zirkzee, he's a Ten Hag player. He's not a Ruben Amorim player. All the players that Ruben Amorim is currently working under, they're a lot of them are Ten Hag players. So that makes it hard for Amorim overall. And, going on to Dusan Vlahovic, if he wants to come into Manchester United, is he a player that suits Ruben Amorim's style? Because if not, and we're just doing it for the sake of it, just so we can get rid of Zirkzee, there's no point in doing that whatsoever. Ruben Amorim needs to be sure that Dusan Vlahovic is his kind of player that he thinks will work out for us. If he's not, just keep Joshua Zirkzee on, try and work things out there. But ideally, though, we do at Manchester United right now, we do need to work on our attacking force. We do. because Højlund's not been able to do enough recently, and we know what's going on with Zirkzee with what I've been talking about. So, it is frustrating for us Manchester United fans to see that we're just not clinical on goal whatsoever, and that we really do struggle with consistency on goal. We just struggle with scoring at the end of the day, and that's been a massive issue throughout this season. And under Ruben Amorim's reign as well, we've been able to create some decent chances at times, but we just haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net. And that's been the frustrating thing. And when we do put the ball in the back of the net, a lot of the time it's not from Zirkzee and it's not from Højlund. So, again, that's frustrating. So I do believe possibly Dusan Vlahovic could be an interesting one to bring into Manchester United. And I wouldn't be completely against it. I wouldn't. He's young. He's still got years to go. I mean, yeah, let's look at his Juve stats as well. I mean, so far, 91 appearances, 40 goals for Juventus. I think overall, it's good stats. I mean, looking for Fiorentina, 98 appearances, 44 goals. I mean, look, we can tell Vlahovic is becoming a better player, and he's evolving. He is evolving. And, Juventus are a much bigger club to play for than what Fiorentina are. And Vlahovic has seemed to adjust to that pretty well so far from what we've seen. Manchester United, we are a much bigger club to play for than what Juventus are. So I reckon, I'm being hopeful here as well, Dusan Vlahovic could, if he does come, he could transition into this Manchester United side with no problems, and we could get the full potential out of Dusan Vlahovic, like from what we've been seeing from when he's been playing with Juventus, from what he was doing when he was at Fiorentina. Hopefully he can bring all that into Manchester United, because he's a goal scorer. He gets involved in the play, can get himself stuck in as well. I think Vlahovic could be a good, interesting player to bring into Manchester United. But I'm not 100% sure on it. I'm not fully convinced of what's going to happen here. But let's wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching.